Hi everyone, so today I wanted to do a tutorial on how to make the pin roses out of duct tape. And first I wanted to show you the size difference. This one is 15 petals, and this is usually the size I do when I'm making pin roses, and this one's 20 petals, and you can see it's quite a bit larger. These ones are the Hello Kitty duct tape. I would also like to say that this isn't my idea. I just went on YouTube, found a bunch of videos, and kind of tweaked their instructions and changed some things out that didn't work for me. So the items you're going to need are a pin, a pair of sharp scissors, your stem color, and your petal color. In this case we're using purple. So let me get everything out of the way for right now. So what you're going to do is you're going to take your petal color and you're going to rip off about 2.5 to 3 inches. I use my middle finger as a guide to kind of see where I want to rip off. That's all preference because I don't like to measure anything. So you're just going to take your piece, and what you want to make sure is that you're leaving a little bit of sticky, because this is what you're going to use to attach, and you're just going to make a triangle, and this is actually a little bit long. So you're just going to make a little triangle, making sure that you leave the sticky part here on the top. And then you're going to take your scissors, and all you're going to do is trim off the point. You can leave the point if you want. I personally don't like it, but again, it's all preference. So you're just going to trim it like that, and then set it off to the side. So once again, you're going to take your piece, 2.5 to 3 inches, rip it, making sure to leave a section of sticky exposed. You're just going to make your triangle, and it's okay if they're different sizes. No rose is the same, so it doesn't make a big deal. And then you're just going to trim off your point. So there's your first 2 petals. Now we're going to do a small flower today, so that's the 15. For the sake of time, I've already gone ahead and made my petals. So the first thing you're going to do is you're going to take your pin, take off your cap, and you're going to cover this top piece with a little bit of duct tape, because inside the rose you don't want to see whatever color is on there. So you're just going to cover it up like that. And then I usually tend to start with the smaller size petals I've made, if I have any. I don't throw any of them away usually. And you're going to start a little bit down, and as you're going, you're going to kind of wrinkle the flower or the petal, and that's going to give your bloom the appearance of kind of opening up rather than just being straight. So you can see I kind of wrinkled it a little bit, and again, and again, and then I just wrap it and I push it tightly with my finger, making sure to kind of hold it down. Now for the next one, I always start my next petal in the middle of the last petal I did, and I hold it down with my thumb, and again I'm going to wrinkle or make a crease, whatever you want to call it, wrinkle again, and then push it down. And you can still see inside, and this is the start of your rose. You're going to take the next one and again start in the center of the last one you did, and you're just going to wrinkle and just keep going in the same way. And as you do it, your flower is going to start to open up. So once again, start in the center of the last one, wrinkle, make a crease, and then you can see it starting to take shape. Now at this point I'm just going to speed up the And there's the basic construction of your rose. So you can see each time it varies a little bit, and you can look at it and decide if you wanted to add more petals or if it looked uneven in any way. For the sake of doing it on camera, I'm just going to stop there. Now the next thing you're going to do is you're going to take your stem color and you're going to rip off a piece, and I would say about 4 to 5 inches long, and then you're going to rip it in half, set half of it off to the side, and then you're going to take your first half and your scissors and you're just going to make little V's, and this is going to be what's going to hide the underneath of your flower. They do not have to be perfect. And you're just going to continue on all the way down the strip of tape, making your little V's. And this is what's going to be the underneath to kind of hide where the duct tape bunches up. And this is optional. I just think it looks a little neater, especially if you're giving these as gifts. And then at the end I just cut it straight down. And then if you have any little pieces that stuck on, just pull them off. Now what you're going to do is you're going to take it and you're going to put the little points out and have the green touching slightly on the pin, and you're going to bunch it just like you did with the petals and kind of crinkle it on there. And we're going to cover that with our stem color at the end. And you're just going to keep going all the way around until you meet back to where you started, and then once you get to that point, you just rip off whatever excess you have. So once you're at this point, you've done the bottom and you've done your petals. All that's left is to cover this. Now if you have a pin that has a cap, you want to attach your cap and make sure you measure just to go up on this green slightly, and then leave a little gap for the cap. And I just eyeball it. I never measure anything. And you're just going to kind of rip it. Once you get your piece, you can take off your cap. And you're going to attach it to where it's slightly overlapping the green that you just did, right here. And then you're going to just make sure it's straight. You don't want any wrinkles. And then you're going to pull it up here so that it's kind of straight, and as you're going down, you're just smoothing it out with your finger as you go around. And this is the easiest way I've found not to get wrinkles, and it doesn't work every time, but for the most part. And you just continue until the end. And then when you're done, you should be able to attach your pin cap with no problems. So that's it for how to make a duct tape rose. Like I said, so again, these are 15 petals. This big one's 20 petals, and you can add more or less depending on what you want. And then you can adjust. If you want it to open up more, you would just scrunch it more at the beginning so that it gives an open up effect to the petals. And that's it. Thanks for watching, everyone.